need was exceeded by anger. Those who would help were destroyed. But from their deaths, a new power, drawn from sin, and an army that would live once more.
Ooh, armies are fun. Alrighty. Let's see what's behind this wall. See if I can figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the problem with entering a dungeon. What up, Adam? This is the problem with entering a dungeon and then disappearing to go do other things. What was I doing? Okay, I believe... Okay, so I came in through that way, so let's kill this damn bug. Hate it. That one over there, too. Alright, let's see what this does. Okay. Okay. And I can guarantee you the second I step off of this thing, it's going to make all that stuff disappear. So, let's have Mr. Green do that. Push this thing in. Alrighty. Yep, there it is. That's the sound of everything closing behind me. Oh wait, now I can't get that treasure chest. Curse you! I don't trust like that. Something, I think, is hiding from me. I can feel it. Okay. Let's work this out. So you don't close that. Go. Let's turn you this way. Yay. Oh boy, so many of my favorite enemies. Why does this game hate me? Well, that wasn't so bad. Why do I still hear growling? What is this? I don't need this. Oh, it's that thing from outside. Spider Death, Spider Death. Does whatever a Spider Death can. Something tickling my nose. Oh, dang. That was a close call. Came right at me. Booyah! How many is that now? 4? Feeling lucky, punk? Well, do ya? Slide over here, jump around there, drop there. Nothing like a big empty room to make you feel like something's gonna sneak up on you. Oh, crap. Okay. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like I need to push down on this one first. Yes, okay. I'm going to switch forms to Mr. Blue. down. Step on you. Move over there. I love it when a plan comes together. Alrighty. Figured it out. Let's see, and I need you to go over there. Okay. Man, death is so strong. 1 second.
You don't prepare for shake anyway.
1 second. Have we reached the boss? This room looks like it. Oh, baby. Look at this big old scary thing. It's Yargle. Chair? Oh. Oh no, he's gone into the pit. You know, this is what happens when you send Yargle to the graveyard. He's bound to come back. And he's bringing friends with him. I'm not gonna meet him in the pit, that's how you die. Oh my goodness. Nah, man, you never meet Yargle in the pit. Adam, you of all people should know this. You don't meet Yargle in the pit. Look at that, took his face clean off. Oh my goodness, there's another face underneath his face. Nah, man. In order to beat Yargle, you gotta deface him. Which means I gotta get the spray paint out. Nah, my dude. This Yargle has an Argentium armor. I think Corey just figured out that Yargle's a magic character. Oh my goodness. Take that, Yargle. Oh my goodness, and I met him in the pit. Only one goes in, but who will come out? 'Tis I. I beat him in the pit. For I am the Supreme.
Horseman, I believe you call.
Oh my goodness, it's the Crow Father.
I am the one you seek. And where else would I be but the city of the dead? Would you like to ask a question? Or just stand there like you've seen a ghost?
Tell me how to reach the Well of Souls.
The Well of Souls is a place of unimaginable power. The key to life and death. Of creation itself. And that is why the well has a key of its own. One that was divided long ago. The angels keep one half, and the demons the other. And never shall the two meet. Unless you truly mean to save your brother.
To save war, I would storm the White City.
Of that I am more than certain. But there is no need. The angels have realms beyond the White City, as the demons do, beyond their dark kingdom. All will become clear to you once you reach the tree.
I've already done that, Crowfather.
Nevertheless, you must find the tree again. And go wherever it takes you.
The Crowfather is like a really bad DM who's just like, well, you gotta keep going to this area.
His rage and agony spread as corruption, and he will unmake all of creation to destroy the balance.
I killed Absalom once, Crowfather. If I could go back, I would see him spared.
I doubt he would grant you the same courtesy.
The Crowfather's just like, well, you gotta go back there, and Death is just the poor player who's sitting down going, wait, if I have to go back there, why didn't you just let me do this from the beginning? Why am I in the land of the dead? I am not needed here. Let me do my quest.
The Well of Souls is where all life begins, where the souls of the dead are born into their new lives.
I killed the beast that haunted this place. I freed the souls of humanity.
And in other times that would be enough. But something draws power from the well, leaving only void where there once was life. I fear you have only released the souls into further torment.
Then there is no hope. Humanity is lost.
Not so. Even now you carry with you the power to restore the well.
The Nephilim?
If you sacrifice their souls, yes. They alone have the power to undo what was done.
Okay, so, you guys say it's pronounced Nephilim, but everybody in this game is saying Nephilim. There's a subtle difference. Or maybe I'm just not saying it correctly. But I don't know which is correct anymore.
So I must sacrifice the Nephilim, my kin, to restore mankind?
The Nephilim are dead, by your own hand. That broken talisman is all that remains. Would you leave them to eternal torment in that cage upon your chest?
Well, I guess I gotta go to the Tree of Death. Again. Luckily for me... Oh, I got a skill point? Sweet. Yeah, let's toss it into you. Nephilim. The Nephilim. And let's head back over to Tree of Death. I wonder who could be at the Tree of Death waiting to unlock another path for me. Crowfather, how did you beat me here?
Not so fast, horseman.
You're following me.
So I am. I will remain here at the tree, should you have need of me on your quest. And dust has a beak for more than corpses, horseman.
What does that even mean?
Follow him, and you will find the key.
Follow dust, find the key? Can't be that easy, Crowfather.
You may be right, Death. The future is a secret even I cannot keep.
Nephilim. Also, this is what I was talking about when I said that this game kind of mixes Christian mythology with Norse mythology. Because there's no way you can tell me the Crowfather isn't at least somewhat based off of Odin. Like, yeah, he still has both of his eyes, but he has a very Odin vibe about him. Even the fact that I'm walking around with this crow crow? Yes, crow. Dust is a crow. Even though I'm walking around with this crow, it's technically his crow. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's also a cryptic dick. I got a skill point. Where do I want to put you now? Yeah, let's fully upgrade that ability because I use these two the most. I don't think I've ever used the other two abilities that I have, which I should more often.
I don't recognize this place. Where have you taken me?
This place is called Lost Light. It is an outpost, far beyond the gates of heaven. And it is here that the angels have hidden the key to the Well of Souls.
Why here? Why not the White City?
There are some amongst the angels who would use the key for their own purpose. So it was hidden here to safeguard it from their schemes. Or so they hoped.
Oh, the subtitles disappeared. Or can I? Nope, can't fix that right now. No. Oh, whoops. Okay, so let me see if I can fix that issue. Don't know where my subtitles... Subtitles are still on, what?
The well has power over all.
There we go.
life. It does. Though I suspect there is more to your question. Go on, Ryder. Ask it.
The Four never knew of the well. Why was it kept from us?
For fear of what you may have done with that knowledge. The Nephilim could not be allowed to ravage creation any longer. They needed to stay dead.
Then the well can bring them back.
And so we get to the root of it. Yes, the well is the fount of all life. Angel, demon, mankind, even Nephilim. But from their blades they wrought chaos. And from that was born corruption. You were right to destroy them.
Alright, Crowfather. Ciao. I'm gonna ride my horse all the way to this city, beat up some angels, because I'm death and I do what I want. Something up there. What was that? Did anybody else see that? I thought it was like one of the rocks that I needed to consume. But then it disappeared. Huh. Maybe it was just a glitch in the game? Is this a Vulgrim? It is a Vulgrim. I have a book for you.
Fresh merchandise. I
Ooh.
suppose it will do.
I got a bone key. Yes, I do need to consume rocks. Always need to consume more rocks. Oh, I need to check to see if I can actually upgrade any of my things. All of these are worse. All of these are worse. Nothing new there. Huh. Oh, that's a big health drop. All of these are worse. Hey man, don't knock it till you try it. And really, I'm collecting the rocks to give to somebody else to consume.
I have new items if you have the coin.
Nah, dude, I just want to sell you stuff.
Bug? A bop. I suppose it will do.
I kind of want to buy another possessed weapon. But it gives me if it gives me a possessed scythe, then that's stupid. Yeah, you know what, I'm good. Never mind. Bye, Volgrim. Getting random possessed weapons isn't a good thing. See, look, there it was again. There was a blue flicker of something. There's something going on, man. I don't trust like that. See, there it was again. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about, right there. See right there? I got a rock. I shot it, and then I consumed it. No, actually, in this game, possessed weapons are really good. Because they consume the other weapon. So, possessed weapons in this game are like Ford. They consume the other equipment that I have and become better. It's not that they get a mind of their own or become cursed. They just eat other weapons and other gear that I don't use. Oh baby, I gotta beat up some angels.
Cleanse the wound.
I know, after having me as your DM, you're just like, possessed weapons? Those are always a bad idea. I don't want to go anywhere near those. Oh my goodness, it's my boy.
By Abaddon's eye, it is you.
It's, oh gosh, what's his name?
To me, quickly.
Oh man, he's the voice of God. I can't remember his name all of a sudden though.
Attack! You will track us!
Meta. Oh goodness, I can't remember his name. I used to be so good with naming the angels because of Supernatural, to be completely honest. But I used to be so good at naming them. I want to say Metatron, but I'm almost positive that's the name of a Transformer, not an angel. No, Morgan Freeman is God, not the voice of God. Or was Metatron the name of an angel too? I genuinely don't even remember. Maybe it's a Menadiel? I don't... Oh... Which angel was this? To be fair, that would also include constructs. And I think it's a miss to say that you shouldn't trust a construct. Because then you're saying don't trust Onion. And you should always trust Onion.
Welcome to Lost Light, Rider. From one warrior to another.
Do I know you?
I am Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, that's who this is.
The gates of Eden would have died were it not for your blades. But I'm not troubled that you don't recall me. Your thoughts that day were on killing Nephilim.
You're of the Hellguard.
I was. But I guard the light now. And the Archon. You'll find both in the Crystal Spire. But something tells me you are not here to glory in my master's radiance.
What gave that away? I'm looking for a key.
I would guess that what you seek is no simple key. For that, you should consult the Archon. He sees much from the peak of his spire.
Sure, but Arthur Weasley's quote is, "Don't trust anything that can think for itself if you can't see where it keeps its brain." Constructs don't have a brain. They're like, I don't know if you ever watched Full Metal Alchemist, but they're like Alphonse Elric, where they're kind of controlled by the soul inside of them, but they don't have a brain, per se.
How did you come to leave the Hellguard?
Abaddon sent me here to watch over the Crystal Spire and the Archon. There is much at stake should the Spire fall.
What is this place?
An outpost. We call it Lost Light, for what we left behind in the White City. Here, we are closer to darkness.
And who is this Archon?
Lucian is the head of the Scriptorium. Those angels who record all that he sees when he peers into the shadow. The Ivory Citadel holds their records, an archive vast beyond thinking.
Where is this citadel?
Lost beyond the mists. Pray your business never sends you there. I have everything an angel needs.
Okay, cool, I just need health potions.
May the light... When you're ready, it's yours.
Unless, do you still possess weapons? Okay, no you don't. Sure, they're very different, but...
The Archon's that way, Horseman.
Perhaps I have other business.
If that business takes you to the kingdom of the dead, you would serve the light to deliver this scroll.
Nathaniel of the Hellguard gives you this mysterious scroll. Travel to other realms to find more information about the one named on it.
What business have you in that land of corpses?
I seek an old friend, a lost soul. Where better to look? Take that scroll to the undead court, that they may answer my question. I'm the one who guards the throne. He will have my answer.
Do I have anything new in here? Nope. Nothing new there. Possessed weapons in this game also don't talk. Like, the scythes I have are possessed. See? Possessed double scythes. That's what I currently have equipped. Because they're just better than everything else. I wish I had one of these were possessed. Ugh, fine. Up I go! To go Kill more angels. Also, I mean, I'm the Horseman of Death. What is the possessed weapon really going to do to me? Okay, so over this way is a whole bunch of corruption goop and a treasure chest. Oh my goodness. These angels have nothing on me.
The horseman cometh!
You know, sometimes you just gotta clip an angel's wings. Sometimes you gotta clip some wings, my dude. Oh my goodness, let me see if I remember how to do this. Listen, taking advantage of stupid characters is pretty much a requirement in D&D. Okay. So, I split there. Drop there. Take you. Stand up over here. There we go. I gotta hope I can get far enough without the game getting all wonky on me. Yep, nope. Okay. There we go. Now let's go there. Poofs me back in. And hope that it blew up enough of the corruption that I can get in. Booyah! Blew up all of it. I'm so smart.
Out of the shadows and into the light. I see you, horseman. The things you have done. The lives you have ended. I know why you are here.
Then you will give me the key.
I have guarded the key for centuries. It is mine, and I will not part with it lightly. Not now. Corruption spreads. In our city. In our hearts. Only I remain pure, a beacon against the darkness, helpless to push it back.
We are not all helpless, Archon.
Perhaps not. After the seals were broken, and Hell's legions loosed upon the earth, many divine relics were lost. One, the Rod of Arafel, could help reverse what has happened here. I dare not retrieve the rod myself. The gates to the White City are closed to any angel who visits Earth. But you are no angel. Acquire the rod, and I will clear a path into my citadel. There you will find the key to the Tree of Life. As for what you will find on Earth, after you face it, even you may curse the name of war.
The Archon wants me to go get the rod for him. I'm a child. Also, look at this dude. He's literally just light. That's so cool. To Earth! Now you guys get to see what Earth looks like in the wake of the apocalypse. And as I step through, oh my goodness. I've gone into Resident Evil.
There are more than corpses about.
For Abaddon! I don't know who that is. I don't know much about... I've forgotten so much about Christian Canaanite mythology.
Oriel, what are the Hellguard doing on Earth?
Well, I suppose I should go in and help. Against these super ugly things.
Oh, damn it.
There it is. I gotta go save Uriel. Oriel. He literally just said it, but for some reason my brain doesn't like my words. I never played Darksiders 1.
Hellguard, to me!
Oh baby. Pick it up. Give me my gun.
Focus your fire!
Oh my goodness, the game just crashed. There we go. This happens every now and again. Sometimes, Darksiders kind of blows up my computer
So far.
and shuts the game down.
1,000 souls wailing for vengeance. A mighty battle. An old friend returned. The way to the well is yet closed to you, Rider. But there are keys for every door.
Alright. Now, where were we? I got a treasure chest.
Focus your fire!
Well, it seems like you guys have this all under control. Let's go see... Oh my goodness! What just happened? What was that? Oh my goodness, it's a rock. Yeah, you just gave it to him and was like, here, Twiggy, have a bow. That then proceeded to possess him and burn almost all of his belongings because he thought they were tacky. To be fair, you didn't give your weapon a chance to possess you. Because I have plans for your weapon, and you were just like, nah.
Together!
Oh my goodness. Sin bites Whisper too, you don't stick her in the bag of holding.
I should kill you for what your brother did here. But you saved my life. Consider us even.
What do you know about the Lord of Arafel?
A weapon of immense power, brought to Earth by the Archon Hestus to battle the demons in the End War. But Hestus fell, and the rod was shattered. Now the Destroyer uses its pieces to fuel his army of darkness.
What was broken can be reformed. Where are the pieces of the rod?
In the hands of the Destroyer.
I'm surprised Corey isn't commenting on Uriel.
And drawn forth his chosen, things of blasphemy, who even now divide this world into their own hellish domains. The Suffering are one such beast. They feed upon the dead of this world, and twist them into a swarm of flesh and bone that fight as one mind. It was they who attacked us moments ago.
One mind, easily sundered.
I will not risk more Helgard to recapture the Rod of Arafel. But, should you wish to undertake this fool's errand, then follow the trail of corpses left by my brethren.
Did the voice not give away badass angel woman?
Be my first.
So that it is not your last. Take this.
I got salvation.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, the wings.
Still on Earth. You lost Uriel, in case you haven't noticed.
Where else would we go? All of creation saw what happened here. How the Helgard marched before the seals were broken. The White City is closed to us. We can never go home.
Like, the only thing I can see Corey having an issue with this is the boob armor.
What are these chosen? They don't look like demons.
No, they have something far more ancient, drawn from the heart of the Abyss. The most powerful serve the Destroyer, and rule in his name over ash and bone. The rest kill everything around them.
It is a wonder you've lasted this long. Even the dead march against you.
You speak of the Swarm. Of all the creatures that roam the wastes, they most hunger for revenge. Not even death can stop them.
Yeah, it's not like World of Warcraft boob armor where it's like a twig with just like circles planted over it.
How many angels died here, Uriel?
Too many. But for every dead angel there is another, kept alive against his will. Their suffering empowers the Destroyer. Perhaps you could release them from their torment, Pale Rider.
If you wish. However, all I can offer the captives is a swift end.
Once they're done talking, I'll explain why the boob armor is a bad thing. Okay, so Adam. So here's the problem with boob armor. If Uriel could stop staring at me and turn so I can see them better. So the problem with boob armor is the way armor is supposed to work is you hit it and it dissipates the force of the blow across the entire thing. With boob armor, when you hit that, it pushes the center in and literally crushes your chest inwards. Which means they actively do more harm than do good. So, while they would protect the boobs, they also crush your entire chest in, killing you. You die wearing those things. It's just, literally, it kills you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts there. It kills you. Did I ever mention how much I hate first-person shooters? My aim sucks. Oh fuck, run. Haha. Okay, so, to give a better example of correct boob armor, Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. She has boob armor as well, but it's boob armor that isn't designed to literally kill her. What's down here? Ooh, is it a relic of Etugoth? Oh damn, Soul Arbiter's skull. Soul Arbiter's skull. Uriel doesn't need to run, yo. She has the ability of flight. Oh no! It's a dead angel. Oh my goodness, it's behind me. Anything through here? No, that's just a wall. Alright, there's no! Also, I think an angel wearing boob armor is probably the opposite of flavor. Because you'd think that angels would be dressed the most conservatively. I'm generally tempted to just put this damn thing down and use my scythes. Please no. I think I'm happier with the boob armor than I would be with the actual, like, mythological angels. Those are terrifying, and the fewer of those I ever have to see, the better. Like, those are actually horrific. Okay, this thing is pissing me off. And also, I'm pretty sure I get health on a kill with my scythes. I'm not saying they don't need representation. I'm just saying I never want to see them. Be free, Helgard. I need more health potions. No, not monies, I need health potions. Let's also not forget that something that literally everything is wrong for the sake of pretty ladies with wings. You're not wrong. You are absolutely correct. Most of the angels were male. But I will say that having badass angel ladies, I think, is worth it because it's badass lady representation. Like, yeah, putting them as genderless would be even cooler because, yo, that's NB rep. Damn it. Like, exactly. Genderless angels. Badass gender neutral angels. Don't be those assholes who are all like, but that's ahistorical. Also, actual angels are terrifying to look at. Show me what you got. No, wait, no, my controller's vibrating. I don't like when my controller vibrates. It's terrifying. What is coming? Why is my controller vibrating? Oh my goodness! It literally jumped through and killed me. What? What? Or, you know what? Better yet, give me my angel, give me my Ken doll angels. Well, Adam, here's my thing. Here's the thing about that. What counts as force and representation? Because the fact is, trans people have always existed. Non-straight people have always existed. There were samurai, sorry, not samurai, because the Japanese people were isolationists at this time. But there were there were Chinese people during the Western period, during what America calls their Western period. There were pirates during that period, yo. Give me Chinese pirates. Give me Chinese pirates fighting with cowboys. Like, that makes sense historically. But if you were to just throw it into a game, give me a female Chinese pirate in the Midwest, people would be like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But historically, it's there. Historically, it makes sense for there to be a female Chinese pirate in the Midwest. Okay, I think I need this gun. No! I didn't pick it up? Oh no! Run! Run, Death! Exactly. There was a Chinatown in the Mayan Empire. Oh my goodness, finally. Do I get a health potion from you? No health potion? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna die. But like, if you look at the complaints that people make, people are like, people will be like, oh, well, you know, having women fighting in Wolfenstein doesn't make any sense because women didn't fight Nazis. Which, firstly, is wrong. Women did fight Nazis. Nobody would dare tell Peggy Carter that she did not fight Nazis. People will be like, oh, well, you know, there were no black cowboys, but, yo, Lone Ranger was black. The dude who Lone Ranger was based off of was a black man. One of the dudes who founded NASCAR was a black man. The Girl Scouts were spies. Like, there's so much history surrounding representation that I don't think there's such a thing as representation that doesn't make sense. Because if it doesn't make sense, then it's not representation. If you look at Assassin's Creed Odyssey, for instance, they spilled the secrets to the wrong people? That's amazing. If you look at Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm genuinely surprised that I haven't seen people complaining about, firstly, Cassandra existing, and secondly, about Cassandra having non-straight options. Because it seems like something that there would be nerd rage about. But historically, it makes sense. Historically, people like Cassandra existed. A funny thing about Sparta was they had a very, very basic understanding of genetics and how genetics worked. The issue was that they didn't actually understand how genetics worked. So they would say things like, if I, a super buff male, have sex with this woman, who is a super buff woman, our child is bound to be super mega buff. Because that's how genetics works. The child is to look like the mother and the father combined. Which means that if I'm super buff and the baby and my wife is super buff, then our baby should be super mega buff. And you know, while they had a point, it led to Spartans having a whole bunch of super buff women who fought and defended themselves. The Norse had shield maidens, super badass women who defended themselves. Like, God, may the gods take mercy on you if you laid a finger exactly. The Spartans were actually really weird people, because if you weren't super buff, they killed you. If you were born as a baby and weren't super buff, they were like, okay, cool, you serve no purpose in our society, and they would throw you out. What do you mean, who's flying the Pegasus? But to carry on from what I was saying, the Shield Maidens were badass women, and God have mercy on your soul if you even try to touch one without their consent, because they would just kill you. You know, you had Loki, who was gender fluid, and literally had sex with a horse. We know this because he's the one who gave birth to Sleipnir. Sure, the spies leaked knowledge, but during World War II, Russia was supposed to be an ally. I'm sure that what the Boy Scouts would do would be like, shit, which ones are the Russians and which ones are our enemies? I don't remember. You know what? I'm gonna tell these guys anyway.
Impossible.
No, we know that Loki fucked a horse. The horse's name was... Oh, damn, why can't I remember his name? Who was Sleipnir's father? I know what his name meant. It meant something like unlucky trip or something like that. But like... Seriously? The Boy Scouts were that bad at their job? Oh my goodness. I knew the Boy Scouts were bad, I just didn't know they were that bad. Yes, that was the horse's name. Svartalfari. I think that's how it's pronounced. Svartalfari. Unlucky Traveler, that's his name. But yeah, Loki had sex with a horse. Odin used woman's magic. Excuse me. Frey. Oh no, it's back. Oh my goodness, I was trapped against a wall or something. Yeah, a lot of the Norse names are weird. Like, there was somebody whose name was, Skamnir. Or Skamnir. Skamnir. The person who Frey gave his sword to. I can't remember his name. Skamnir. A lot of today's stream is going to be me mispronouncing names because I'm talking a lot about Norse myth. Mostly because I finished the book recently. I finished listening to it. And Neil Gaiman is a lot better with the names than I am. Skirnir. And Emily asked me, because I was listening to it in the car while driving with her, and she was like, how do you what's his name? Skirnir? And I was like, Skirnir. She was like, how is that pronounced? How is that spelt? I was like, honestly, I couldn't tell you. But like a whole bunch of names, I even have to look up if I want to spell them myself. Or even say them. Oh my goodness, my allergies are acting up. They could not do that, that would be great. Not only did he not give it back, he didn't give it back, and that's what caused Frey to die. Let's not forget that little bit. Frey died because he didn't get his sword back. Like, they fully say Frey would have survived had Skirnir given him his sword back. But no. Frey fell in love with a goddamn ice giant, and it was just like, yep, here you go, have my sword, because I'm smitten. Like, it's not even like Thor, who gave up his weapon because he knew that his girlfriend was better with it. He was like, you know, I'm so in love with this woman, I need to give her a gift. What should I give her? I know, I'll give her a sumo brander. Because every girl loves a good sword. Excuse you, Freya never fell in love with a Jotun, so she's really and truly like the only good one. Hey man, us D&T players gotta have our hands together. If we don't have a hand, we just lose the game. Oh no, I fell. How do I get out of here? Well, according to God of War, Odd is Odin. So, Aesir. That's what he is. Which, mind you, if that's true, would just be absolutely hilarious, because it's like, well, Odin faked his own death just to get out of being married to this woman. But then married her again, as Odin and Freya. Oh, I could've just gone up this way. Ugh, more spawn. Or swarm. Rod. Staff of Arafel. One second. To be fair, he clearly didn't recognize her either. No, I think Freya knew what she was doing. She was just like, okay, Odin. Odin. Of course I will. Of course I'll marry you. Because you're king of the gods, and that means I have a whole bunch of power that way. Like, I would not be surprised if Freya did it. Sorry, if Frigg did it as a power grab. Because Odin is that stupid that he would. He would just accept it and be like, yeah, sure, of course. Why not both? Because in God of War, the difference between the Eddas and God of War is that in God of War, he basically straight up changes his own name and her name to blame things on her, so that way he can say the good things were because of the Aesir and the bad things were because of the Vanir.
Be wary. There are things that lurk beyond these barricades that the Helgard dare not face head-on.
And the remaining rod pieces? Do they lie past the barricades?
Yes. Pass through the city, and you will find the next piece beneath the earth, in an old abandoned tunnel.
Where will I find the final fragment?
I do not know. But the rod has a will of its own. Find the second piece, and it may tell me where the last resides.
I mean, you said it yourself. In the Eddas, there's a bit of discrepancy. Yeah, you're not wrong. In the Eddas, Odin is much less of a dick. He's the god of poetry. Great guy. I actually feel kind of bad about the treatment that he gets in Marvel, because he's like the treatment that Odin gets is nowhere near as bad as the treatment that Ares and Hades get, because Ares, genuinely great guy, Hades, great guy, but they have such a bad rap because mass media paints them out that way. If you look at, and it actually dates back to Christianity, to the way that Christianity kind of absorbed the pagan myths. Because you can't have the god of war and the god of death being good gods, because death and war are supposed to be these really bad things. Yeah, exactly. So you have a whole bunch of gods who kind of share an origin story in a lot of myths. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, so it's in part. It's not just the association with Satan. If you actually look back on the Christian church back in the day when they were taking on the pagans and absorbing the pagans into the church, there was a belief that death was bad. So you couldn't have a death god who was a good person, because that's sinful. Oh my goodness, this thing is going to kill me again. Oh my goodness, could you move from... Please give me a health potion. Oh my goodness, and there's another one behind me. Hades referring to hell, but that's because it was a bad translation. That's interesting, but it's not just that. So a lot of it was, you didn't want people revering death. Possibly meant this. So because Oh, there's another rock. I'm trying to remember who was talking about. I think it was Adam Coble who was talking about this actually on his God of War stream when he was talking about Hades. I think he was talking about Hades at least. I could be thinking about something completely different. Okay, you don't reach there yet. Which means I gotta get around to you to shoot you. So because you had this absorption into a faith where they believed that death and war were bad, which is ironic given, you know, the Crusades. They had to vilify those gods. So you paint Hades out as a satanic-like being. And it gets so ingrained into the mythology that people like Disney pick it up and they're like, oh, Hades was a horrible person. We get to make a movie about this. When in actuality, Hades was just a total nerd who wanted to sit down, count his money, and play with his dog. And Persephone was the one you didn't want to screw with. Persephone was so terrifying that the Greeks didn't even want to call her by her real name. Like, exactly. Which is actually another thing that really bugs me. If you look at Hercules, it's clearly about Greek myth. But, oh no, oh, it blew up already. It's about Greek myth. But, they use his Roman name. And it really, it's always bugged me that they're like, yep, this is Hercules. To be fair, Hercules was ruined for me while I was still a child. Because I was like, what? Hercules and Heracles are the same person, but Hercules is the stupid Roman name? Then why did they use... And then there's Neptune as well, but they still use Zeus? It's like, pick a lane and stay in it, Disney. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you are kink-shaming Hades in my chat. Yeah, no, I love the Disney movie. I do. I genuinely love it. It's always bugged me that they use the Roman names and the Greek names when they really shouldn't. And they get so much of the myth wrong, but, you know, like you said, it's about the soundtrack that really redeems it. If it weren't for the music, like, I kid you not, were it not for Phil Collins, I would not be able to watch Hercules. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. That's so unfair. It snuck up on me. Oh my goodness. New Game Plus mode is suddenly hard. It snuck up on me. What about... Oh gosh, what was the name of that one? It's on Netflix. It had, oh gosh, I can't remember his name either. He was from White Collar. Matt Bomer. It had Matt Bomer in it. And I think Matt Bomer played Zeus. Or Ares, one of them. And that to me is one of the worst ones that they've ever done. One second. It's on Netflix. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Immortals. Immortals. Sorry, Henry Cavill plays Zeus. No, who does Henry Cavill play in that movie? He plays Theseus. Okay. Luke Evans played Zeus. But I'm sure there was one movie that had Matt Bomer in it. There was some. I'm almost positive that there was a Greek myth movie that had Matt Bomer in it. But I could just be thinking of Henry Cavill. But yeah, Immortals. It's a movie that's hilariously bad. I don't blame you. I watched it once, and I didn't regret it, but I wasn't happy with it either. It was one of those movies where you watched it once, and you're like, okay, that's a movie that happened. I don't think I ever need to see that again. But you don't regret watching it. Okay. I guess Matt Bomer was never in one of them. It was terrible. Listen. All white guys look the same. I've called Adam Will before. Yeah, no, I definitely. It's like the first Fantastic Four movie. You don't regret watching it, but you don't recommend it to people. It's one of those movies where you watch once and you're like, okay, well that was a movie. That was a movie I've watched now. I'm good with my life. Did I kill him? What are you talking about? Henry Cavill was a total twonkins in Man of Steel. Or, you know what it's like? It's like Ghost Rider. The Ghost Rider is one of my guilty pleasure movies because I've watched it like 5 times. I've never enjoyed it, but if it's on, I won't not watch it. Like, it's one of those movies where I hate what they did to Ghost Rider. I don't think Nicolas Cage is that good in it either, but it's not a bad movie. Adam is vehemently disagreeing with me on this. Yeah, I'm not surprised your dad walked out of it. But it's and I'm only talking about the first one. The second Ghost Rider movie is objectively bad. I don't think anybody would dispute that. But the first Ghost Rider movie, no, Nicolas Cage is not good in it. But he's not bad in it. I disagree. I don't think Ghost Rider is a bad movie. I think it's a stupid movie. Absolutely stupid movie. And it's a really bad Ghost Rider movie. But really, I've actually liked Nicolas Cage in a few movies, which may be part of it. Like, I don't dislike Nicolas Cage. Like, Nicolas Cage is one of those actors where, oh my goodness. Nicolas Cage is one of those actors where you either like him or don't like him. There is no middle ground there. And if you don't like Nicolas Cage, you will never like Nicolas Cage. But if you like Nicolas Cage, you'll admit that there are some movies that are watchable. He's a weird actor like that. I know you're all probably wondering, why is Peter doing so much destruction? I need health potions. I really need health potions. I'm down to 1, and my health isn't doing too well. Oh, there's an angel. Gotta shoot you down. So, because I don't mind Nicolas Cage, I'll be completely honest, that is probably part of, oh, I forgot I could do that. It's part of why I don't mind him in Ghost Rider, and it's part of why I don't mind Ghost Rider. But, you know, the point is, I would never recommend it to anybody. I had a friend who was asking me what the order should be for the Marvel movies. And she was asking questions like, okay, what about Ghost Rider? What about the Fantastic Four movies? And I was like, honestly, you don't need to watch them, and I wouldn't recommend them either. I didn't mind them. I've watched them each a few times. I actually had Silver Surfer on DVD. And it's again, it's not one of my favorite movies, but it's one of those movies I watched a few times because, oh my goodness, why would that rock just come to me? Oh my goodness, it's the Nos. Die, you fool. Yeah, I would never recommend them, but I didn't mind them, and I was just like, honestly, these are among the worst Marvel movies. That said, I have watched Silver Surfer a few times. Yeah, exactly, they're fine. And you're like, I kind of regret that these exist, but I'm not going to fault Chris Evans and Jessica Alba for these because they're not bad movies. They're just suffer from bad writing. I think the acting is actually is like superb for the writing that happened. It's like, oh gosh, who played Anakin in the trilogy? I'm getting into some really unpopular opinions here, territory here, but so I've actually never seen the Daredevil or Elektra movies because of the fact that, you know, you guys know how I am with Daredevil. I love Daredevil. I could never watch any movie that does Daredevil wrong. And that movie was part of why I hated Ben Affleck for so long. Hayden Christensen. Hayden Christensen is an amazing actor. He's an amazing actor. One of the best actors in the entire of the prequels. But he had bad writing. Hayden Christensen suffered from bad writing. No, I plan on never, ever, ever watching the Daredevil or Elektra movies. I will never, ever, ever watch them. I've had the opportunity to. I've walked out of the room when Daredevil is on because I just refuse to watch it. No, I'm gonna die on this hill. Hayden Christensen is a good actor. Hayden Christensen is a really good actor. He suffered from bad writing. But if you look at him in if you look at Hayden Christensen in episode 2, for instance, or actually, you know what? To get even deeper, episode 3. Exactly. They just had really terrible lines of direction. George Lucas was to blame for the prequels being bad. But if you look at Hayden Christensen in the third movie, he put a lot of emotion into it. He was a very, very good Anakin. I've seen Jumper a long time ago. I haven't seen it recently enough to remember what happens. Exactly, Hayden Christensen was an amazing Anakin. Hayden Christensen was an amazing Anakin. The problem that Hayden Christensen faced, and it goes for Ian McGregor as well, the problem that these two actors faced was that they had bad writing. They had to deal with bad writing. And even the trilogy. Exactly. If it weren't for Carrie Fisher, the original trilogy would be just as bad. Carrie Fisher refused to read the script as George Lucas wrote it. Carrie Fisher is the reason why the original trilogy is as good as it is. Carrie Fisher didn't have anything to do with the prequels, which is why the prequels are objectively worse. Yeah, exactly. You would be an idiot to say Ian McGregor and Natalie Portman are bad actors. You'd have to be a complete idiot to say it. But the fact is that they're done dirty by George Lucas's writing. George Lucas wanted to write a movie where he was the main character. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Luke Skywalker... Luke Skywalker was a George Lucas insert. He wanted to make out with the princess, so he put himself into the movie, and then Carrie Fisher was like, nah, my dude, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, exactly. Liam Neeson was done dirty by that movie. Nobody would say Liam Neeson is a bad actor. She totally would. Just put the sandwiches on his face and say, George, what are you? An idiot sandwich? Yes. Now we're going to work on this script again. Yeah, exactly. Luke Skywalker was a George Lucas insert. It was because he wanted to make out with the princess. He wanted the movie to be about him. And Carrie Fisher was the one who fixed that. Sorry, what did Kelsey say? I missed that. Or is Kelsey the one who said the idiot sandwich meme? I'm currently being swarmed, and I don't have time to look at the names and who's saying things. To see who's saying what. I'm just glancing at chat to see what's being said. Yeah. Mark Hamill even called him out and was like, Mark Hamill, who couldn't recognize that. Yeah, okay, so she was the one who said the idiot sandwich meme. Mark Hamill, the one who couldn't realize that Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford were having an affair because he was literally that stupid. Yeah. Sorry, I was saying, Mark Hamill, who was literally too stupid to realize that his co-stars were having an affair when he had caught them repeatedly. The amount of times that Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford were positive that Mark was going to realize that they were seeing each other, and he didn't. Even he was like, George, I'm playing you. So he wasn't even subtle about it. George Lucas inserted himself into this movie, and Mark Hamill figured it out. But that tells you just the degree of how bad the original trilogy could have been.
Impossible.
But it was saved by Carrie Fisher. And that is absolutely why the prequels are as bad as they are. But Hayden Christensen, fact of the matter, Hayden Christensen, great actor. Ian McGregor, great actor. No, there's nothing wrong with self-indulgent writing. When your self-indulgent writing is bad, yeah, exactly, it has to also be good. George Lucas was a bad writer. And that's a huge part of the problem. Because when he created the prequels, they were for him. There was no subtlety in that. He created the prequels for himself. If Carrie Fisher had helped George Lucas write on them, yeah, and if he didn't divorce his wife, the prequels would be way better. Say what you want. Say what you want, Adam, but the fact is that Hayden Christensen is an amazing actor. He put a lot of emotion and he suffered from bad writing. Ian McGregor suffered from bad writing. Liam Neeson suffered from bad writing. The original trilogy had an all-star cast.
I cannot.
Oh my goodness, stop giving me mana potions. I need health potions. Oh my gosh, there's one. Oh no. Please, no.
impossible. I cannot. Possible.
Yeah, it had an all-star cast. It was a multi-million-dollar movie. It just waiting for good writing. No, but that was the problem. The prequel cast was afraid to do that. Or, sorry, no, so they weren't afraid to say, you're kidding, right? They just didn't have the power that Carrie Fisher had to do things. No, honestly, you can see that Hayden Christensen is an amazing actor, even from just how he acts in episode 3. If you look at him in the prequels, no, Hayden Christensen isn't like an all-time great actor. He's no Liam Neeson. But Hayden Christensen put a lot of emotion into his character. Yeah, exactly. He was out of his league next to Ian and Natalie. But he put a lot of work into making Anakin as good as he could. The problem was there's only really truly so much you can do when the person writing the movie is just bad at writing movies. Especially when they don't realize that they're bad at writing movies. Because, you know, people praise George Lucas as this amazing writer, when really and truly, Carrie Fisher was the amazing writer. Exactly. If you can look past the bad dialogue, Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen, great actor. The problem, really and truly, and this is my honest opinion, the prequels just had that much bad dialogue that is hard to look past it, and it's hard for fans especially to look past it because there is also a lot of nostalgia playing into why people like the originals. I'm not going to say the originals are bad movies. As somebody who doesn't like sci-fi, I think the originals are great movies. But, you know, it also... Being aware of the fact that I don't like sci-fi has also made me a lot more critical of how I approach it. Because I know for a fact that I don't like, oh my goodness, I can't believe... yeah, not liking sci-fi I think has made me more critical of sci-fi things. So, looking at something like Star Trek, I can be like, well, a lot of the reason why people like this movie is because it reminds them of, you know, the old ones. Or it's... Yeah, no, Star Wars is 100% science fantasy, which is why I've been able to stomach it as much as I have. I've never been able to watch a Star Trek movie just because, yeah, exactly, and isn't Hayden Christensen a voice actor in The Clone Wars? I may be wrong. I may be completely off base with this one, but I'm pretty sure Hayden Christensen... No. I'm pretty sure I've seen all 3. I just don't remember Episode 6. I have no memory of what happens in Episode 6. What I thought happened in Episode 6 happened in Episode 4. That's the problem that I have with the original trilogy. It's that I don't remember what happened. I'm really bad with remembering the events of the original trilogy. But I'm pretty sure I've seen the original. I said I may be completely wrong. I vaguely remember Hayden Christensen. I vaguely remember. Yeah, Adam. Episode 6 is episode 3. If you're going by that. Episode 4 was A New Hope. Come on. Even I know this. Even I know this, Adam. For me to correct you on that, you should feel bad. You're going by plot? What? I'm confused. What does that even mean, you're going by plot? I got the Eye of Arafel. Clearly. Because I'm still not sure what you mean by you're going by plot. Because if you're going by plot, episode 6 is episode 6. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, so you're saying that because 6 and 4 are so identical. You know, that's probably why I think that... That's probably why I looked back on 4 and was like, wait, but I thought this happened in 6. Because, yeah, if the plots are so identical, that would be why. They are. And to be honest, that was part of the reason why I didn't like episode 7. Great acting. Loved it. But a lot of it was nostalgia wank. A lot of it was... Yeah, exactly. 1, 4, and 7 are all basically the same plot. The only difference, really, is episode 7, I think, is more of the exact same plot.
You have found the second piece. I can feel its power within you. The rod wills itself whole. You may be deaf to its cries, but I am not. The final piece lies beyond this barrier, in an area heavily fortified by the shadow.
Destroyer will not be pleased when I restore the Rod of Arafel. The warriors may pay the price.
The White City is lost to us.
Really? You didn't watch 7?
This broken world will soon be our grave. And yet we must fight on against the darkness, to uphold the light. If your actions hasten our end, so be it.
May you live to see the Destroyer take his last breath. Uriel of the Helgard.
Good luck, Ryder. The final piece is within your grasp. Focus your fire!
Huh. I can't believe y'all called me a fake geek boy when Adam is right there, not even having watched 7. I at least watched 7. what really bugged me in the TLJ, completely different. Well, not completely different, but different enough that I was okay with it. But if you look at The Force Awakens, it really bugged me that I was able to watch it, and they were like, I mean, yeah, we both can be. I'm just saying, y'all give me shit for it when Adam is worse. Everything is a competition. I've told you guys this. But, you know, you had lines in The Force Awakens like, that's no Death Star, which was an obvious callback to, that's no moon, that's a Death Star. It was like, that's no Death Star, that's a world killer. It was so bad that I actually groaned. No, I never said I liked Ghost Rider. My exact words were, I will never say I like Ghost Rider. But if it's on, I'm not going to change the channel. I'm not going to turn it off. I'm not going to not watch it. Yeah, I appreciated how different they were. Yeah, no, but so the difference between guilty pleasure with me and Ghost Rider and guilty pleasures with like food, so like poutine is a guilty pleasure for me. But you know, I'm gonna enjoy it. It's a food that I feel bad for enjoying it. Ghost Rider is a guilty pleasure in that I don't not like it, but I don't like it. It's genuinely like the Fantastic Four movies for me. The originals, not the one with Michael B. Jordan. That's a movie that I think should be well and forgotten for all of eternity. That movie, Green Lantern, there's a small series of movies where I just don't acknowledge them. Green Lantern, the Daredevil movie, Aragon, Aragon now is a movie that I will absolutely never watch again. I watched it once and I was just like, what the actual hell is this? Yeah, exactly. Green what now? I'm excited for the new Green Lantern movie. They got Jeff Johns to write it. And Jeff Johns is an amazing writer. I love him. I've actually never seen any of the Godfather movies past part 1. Like, I don't know what it is about them, but I didn't really even like part 1. I had to watch it like 5 times because every time I started it, something would happen, and I would get distracted and I'd have to go back and watch it again. What do you mean, which Green Lantern is it? Oh, no, they're doing the Green Lantern Corps. So it's going to be all the Green Lanterns. No, X3 is an objectively bad movie. Like, Ghost Rider isn't an objectively bad movie. It's a bad Ghost Rider movie. But no, they're doing Green Lantern Corps, so I think they're going to have all of them. At least I hope they have all of them. Because, yeah, like you said, if John Stewart isn't there, honestly, any Green Lantern thing that leaves John Stewart out is seriously missing out, because that dude was the one in Justice League International. John Stewart is the one most people know about. John Stewart is like Wally West. I talk to people and I'm like, oh yeah, Barry Allen's my favorite Flash, and they're like, who the hell is Barry Allen? And I'm like, the Flash. And I'm like, oh, you mean Wally West? And I'm like, who the hell are you to come into my house and call Wally West the Flash when Barry Allen is right there? Ooh, I don't think we need more Guy Gardner in anything. The less Guy Gardner I have to see, the better. Don't get me wrong, I love Guy Gardner. Great Green Lantern. But we don't need more Guy Gardner. Exactly. A lot of people know Wally West is the Flash first, which is fine, I guess. Wally West is a great Flash. I prefer Barry Allen. I've always preferred Barry Allen to Wally West. That's it. I'll joke and I'll say things like, Jay Garrick is my favorite Flash because of the costume. Jay Garrick's tin pan hat is the greatest thing ever. Oh man, if they do Guy Gardner as Red Lantern, that would be on point. That would be the good shit. Give me Guy Gardner as the Red Lantern. I used to really not like the Green Lanterns either. Growing up, I hated them because I was like, a whole bunch of superheroes who have the same power given to them by a ring? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. But then, as I got more into the Green Lantern stories, because I think that one of the first DC stories I read was Blackest Night, which is a story where all the superheroes come back to life as Black Lanterns, controlled by the Black Lantern. I can't remember his name right now. And it was one of my favorite stories. And I was like, oh man, the Green Lantern Corps is actually way cooler than I thought. Let me check this out. And the more I read about them, the cooler they were to me, especially the Red Lantern Corps. I love the Red Lantern Corps because a lot of people look at them and they're just like, oh, these are the bad guys because they're all just anger and killing. But then you look into the Red Lantern Corps and you have Guy Gardner, who carries a whole bunch of resentment because he was abused by his father, and he never deals with it until he becomes a Red Lantern. So you have Guy Gardner, who's that kind of Red Lantern, which is super good writing in my opinion. Him dealing with the hatred he has for his father by becoming a Red Lantern is serious character development, especially when he becomes a Red and Green Lantern. Like, this dude is the first person... Why would you not put Bajuka Bog in your deck against lands? How am I to blame for that? What was I saying? Yeah, so having Guy Gardner not only have to deal with the hatred he has for his father and getting therapy through that by becoming a Red Lantern, he becomes the first person to have 2 rings. Guy Gardner is the first person to have 2 rings. He becomes a Red and Green Lantern at the same time. And that is so cool. Because that's serious character development. So I love Guy Gardner. I really and truly love Guy Gardner. I'll give him shit because he's an asshole. But, you know, that's part of who Guy Gardner is. Like, I think you would be a total idiot to say that Guy Gardner isn't an asshole. Dexter. Is it Dexter? Dexter is the best Red Lantern. Dexter deserves the whole movie. I love Kyle Rayner too. Don't get me wrong, but Kyle Rayner got all of the rings after Guy got the Red and Green Lantern, because before Guy, people thought you could only have one ring because it heightened the emotional spectrum so much that they thought that having more than one ring would literally kill you because you would go into an emotional overload. So Guy Gardner technically led the path for Kyle Rayner to show up. Yeah, I read Dexter's origin page origin comic a few times, and it's tragic every time I read it. It never gets better. You never read it and you're like, oh, okay, I didn't cry this time. Because that's a blatant lie. Everybody who reads Dexter's origin story cries. Oh my goodness, stone. There we go. So yeah, while I love Kyle Rayner, and I think he's an amazing Lantern, another thing about Kyle Rayner is he was designed to be the White Lantern. I'm trying to remember who it was who gave him the ring. It's not Uatu, because Uatu is Marvel. But the name is similar to that. When he gave Kyle Rayner the ring, he knew that Kyle Rayner was going to become the White Lantern. And he knew that Kyle Rayner would master the emotional spectrum. Nobody expected that from Guy. People look at Guy as the hot-headed Green Lantern who does his own thing and does what he wants, and nobody can tell Guy Gardner what to do, because Guy Gardner is the lone wolf. And it gets him into so much trouble. Because of it. So, when Guy Gardner, of all people, became the first person to wear two rings at the same time without dying, that was some serious character development, and I love that they did that. So, yeah. So back to what I was saying, back to the point that I was trying to make, I love Guy Gardner. Absolutely love him. I think that he is a super underrated character, but Jon Stewart will pull in the money that DC needs to justify making another Green Lantern. Sorry, why did I say another? There's only one Green Lantern movie. Jon Stewart is the one who will rake in the money to justify a Green Lantern movie, because if you throw in Hal Stewart and tell people this is the Green Lantern, people are going to be like, who the hell is Hal Stewart? What the hell is a Hal Stewart? Took me a second to even remember his name. I was like, I know it's Hal, but I don't remember his last name. But you got Jon Stewart. No, that's not his name. Hal. Oh gosh, I can't even remember Hal's last name. That's how little work Hal would do for.
Impossible.
Is it Hal Stewart? I genuinely can't even remember. But the point I'm trying to make is, by having Hal as the Green Lantern, you lose out on a whole bunch of viewers, because the same reason Hal Jordan, that's his name. Listen, man, the point I'm trying to make is actually strengthened by the fact that I don't remember his last name. Because you're going to have a whole bunch of people going, Hal Jordan? Who's that? Is that a name I should know? You end up with that problem because people know Jon Stewart. People don't know Kyle Rayner or Hal Jordan or Guy Gardner. And, I think that the perfect Green Lantern Corps is going to feature All of them. I mean all of the Green Lanterns. I'm talking it's going to feature Baz, and it's going to feature Jessica. I don't care if it doesn't make sense to have Jessica Cruz in this movie, because Jessica Cruz is one of the most badass Green Lanterns in the current lore, in the current canon. And having a Latino American Green Lantern who has anxiety and has to deal with her anxiety day in and day out while being a Green Lantern would make for a super compelling movie, in my opinion. Yeah, they better bring in Jessica. I mean, I can understand the argument for them not bringing in Jessica. It's a stupid argument because Jessica Cruz is awesome.
I cannot.
Okay. The Green Lantern movie is set on Mogo. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's no getting around that. Damn, I can't do that while using this. Okay. Mogo is the planet that they live on. Which is why I'm saying that it would be stupid for them to not feature Mogo, because it means that they're not going to be on their home base, which is wrong for a Green Lantern movie. Green Lantern Corps movie. Mogo is like DC's equivalent to Ego. The difference being that Mogo isn't also an asshole. Mogo is a very good boy. Yes, I got another possessed weapon. Let's see if this one is cooler. Yeah, exactly. Nobody ever talks about Jessica Cruz, because, like, as cool as Jessica is, she's still new. Is part of the problem. She came out, I think, a few years ago. No, there's nothing wrong with that. What? It makes my arcane worse? That doesn't seem right. Exactly. So yeah, I think it would be a great thing for DC to include Mogo is way better than Mojo. Mojo is a jerk. But it's funny, also every time I think of Mojo, I think of Mojo Jojo. And Mojo Jojo is much better than Mojo, in my opinion. Yeah, no, I will always recommend Jessica Cruz to people. Jessica Cruz is amazing. Okay, let's get the last piece of this item and then take a break. I didn't realize how long I've been playing for. Booyah, I got the Rod of Arafel. Ah, damn, he went to go get his friends. Speaking of friends, any angels around here for me to free? That might be one. What the heck is that? What? They're called the Monstrous Grounds. And Kelsey is absolutely going to fight for you guys to go there. Yeah, Murder World is very different from the Savage Lands. What are these? I have never gotten to use these before. The Savage Lands are not run by Arcade. Correct. The zoo was the Murder World. Because I know how to manipulate Kelsey into going places. Yeah, in my... No, I know what you're talking about.
The Rod of Arafel has been made whole.
I am tempted to ask that you wield that weapon and turn the tide of this war, but I fear the Destroyer would capture it again and turn it to his dark purpose. No, better that you remove it from this world and into the safekeeping of the White Army. We will make our stand here until the Hellguard is no more.
I would stand with you, Uriel, but my brother's fate takes me on another path.
You have proven yourself honorable, a virtue little known with your kind. But if I ever see him, war must answer for his crimes.
He could not have brought this upon the earth, and I will see my brother spared.
Do what you will, Ryder. But this world is lost, and that cannot be undone.
And what of the Hellguard, Uriel? Every blade dulls, eventually.
That's what I'm counting on. The demons will suffer all the more when we force the blade home.
I have no clue what you're talking about. For one, Quandary is a single person, and the Monstrous Grounds are run by a series of people, It's run by an establishment, an organization, if you will. Alright. Let's head back to the Crystal Spire. And then we'll take a break. Yeah, no, I like arcade. I think I was reading an X-Men comic when I designed
what
it.
you wish for, Archon. You just might get it.
The Rod of Arafel. I have been waiting so long. It feels every bit as powerful as I imagined.
Then you should have no problem clearing a path into your city.
A path? No. I will clear the entire realm. I will burn away the
You can tell
shadows
Corey doesn't know much about
of
arcade. Arcade works alone. Because, yes, nobody would work for arcade. Yo, what up, Lynn?
If you are to reach the Citadel, you will need wings.
Unfortunately, you're catching me as I'm about to end the stream. Once this cutscene is over, I'm taking a break. But thanks for checking my stream out. I really truly do appreciate it.
Seek out the scribe, most ancient. He still wanders the ruins. He can help you end your quest.
No, I think he makes his murder worlds himself. I am playing on PC. Okay, now that I've upgraded all of that stuff, yeah, no, Arcade is super dedicated to, Arcade is a lot like Riddler in that sense. Yes, I am on PC. Yeah, Arcade is a lot like Riddler. They both have similar reasons for doing what they do. Arcade is just a bit more murdery about it. So like, while Riddler is fine not killing people as long as he gets a good puzzle out of it, Arcade will cheat and make a puzzle unwinnable just to kill a person. Alright, so with that, I'm going to end the stream there, because I have things to do, and also, I've been playing for a while. I don't know how it ended up being so late. So,